Alrighty, guys, Matt and Mondello coming at you live from the Garden of the Rock here in beautiful Alabama. Alright, Mr. Andrew Searles. Okay, Andrew went ahead and he purchased a console off the website from us. And he's from the great land down under. Yes, Aussie land. So anyway, Andrew went ahead and like I said, he purchased from the website, which I'm shocked because shipping is not cheap for this. So, but hats off. Thank you very much, Andrew. I greatly appreciate it. Anyway, it's all done. Here you go. Got a 320 gig drive, up on the line servers. You got a 10-day trial of Purge 4.0 on there. You got Ncaa 14 with the mod on it, of course. You got BO2, MW3, and Ghost Offhosts, as well as Jiggy and Sentinel for which are GSC menus for BO2. All right, so anyway, here it is. It's all done. We're gonna fire it up. Okay. Hopefully, with an insane amount of luck, everything should boot. Please pay attention to the screen. Alright, and I'm going to go through a lot of stuff on this video with you. Alright, so, please pay attention to it. I don't know if this is your first RGH or if you've had 10 of them. I have no idea. So, there's going to be some important points on this that I need to go over with you. So, please pay attention to the entire video, okay? Well, right now, what we're going to do is we're going to boot up. It's going to boot up into FSD Dash. We're going to get some notifications from the server letting us know it's online live and all that kind of good stuff. We're going to see if we get off on Purge 4.0. And then I'm going to bring you through this entire thing, okay? So, anyway, there you are. You're off. Life is good. All right. Now, first off, we're starting off in FSD Dash. Let me show you what you got here, okay? All right. Now, under emulators, you got FCEUX, you got SNES 360, you got MAME, you got Game Boy Advance, and back to FCEUX, okay? A bunch of emulators on there, all right? Xbox Classic games, the original Xbox games from back in 2002. All right, like I said, you got a bunch of them on there as well. Okay, as much as I can fit. And then of course you have your homebrew section where you have all the tools where you can blow the console up pretty easily. And then you have Xbox Live Arcade. You got a bunch of arcade games on there as well. And then we're rocking the Xbox 360 games here. We'll start off with Advanced Warfare. We will work our way through. Okay, and as you can see, we'll start off here. And we'll run through these right here. And as you can see here, there's Ncaa Football 14, which has the mod on it and everything else on the rosters and all that crap. Alright, so if you're into that, there it is. Alright, so on and so forth. And then, of course, we have all the famous games that we all know, love, and still play to this day, which is amazing. Alright, anyway, there you go. Now, to get to the original dashboard, go to your homebrew section right here. Under the homebrew section, okay, what we're going to do is we're going to go to Xbox 360 dashboard, hit the A button, hit it again. Alright, that's going to bring us to the original dash. See the square pop up? Okay, as you can see now, you'll have 30 days, okay, when it leaves here. Okay, it's just the timing that I put in on the server there. It's just 29 days. What am I going to tell you? Okay, I'll fix it. Alright, so anyway, there you go. It's up. I'm going to bypass the sign in. And you'll see that it is up, it is online, and it is live. Okay, and then of course, there you are. Now, our beautiful eyeball-pleasing HUD. Okay, and then over in our fifth tab, we have our off-host menus right here, which is our BO2, Ghosts, Modern Warfare 3, Modern Warfare 2, so on and so forth. To disable them, hit A. To enable, hit A. They come enabled, so if you have other menus that you want to use, you don't need the off-host, you can disable them here, all right? We're going to go back to Xbox Home. We're going to go back to FSD Dash now. We're going to hit that, all right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you there's multiple dashboard on this thing as well, all right? Yeah, it's 320 gig drive, so I was able to fit everything that we needed to fit on this thing, okay? So anyway, if you like the green theme, you like FSD, hey, stick with it, okay? If you want to change it, you can, all right? I put these options in because a lot of people, they like FSD, a lot of people like Aurora, a lot of people like FX menu, a lot of people like XCX menu, okay? So, to appease everybody, well, they're all on there, okay? I'm going to show you how to get to them, all right? We'll go back to the homebrew section right here. And what we'll do is we'll go to Dash Launch. We'll hit that. We'll start that up. All right. Now, you will see under Paths here. I'm going to hit it. I'm going to hit A. There you are. Now, the default, like I said, it boots up in that freestyle dash. All right. While it's booting, you can hit these buttons right here. Button B will bring up FX menu. Button X will bring up XCX menu. Button Y will bring up the stock dashboard. Left bumper will bring up Aurora. Okay. If you want to change the default to like Aurora or whatever, you can do that. All right. Aurora's already set up like FSD for you already. I did that for you. All you got to do here is highlight default, hit A, and then what it's going to do is it's going to bring you to the hard drive section right here. All right, you're going to hit A at the double dot folder. All right, that's going to bring you back. Then you go to the Aurora folder, and then just go to Aurora XEX, select that with A. All right, and then we're going to save it. We're going to hit RB, bring it down to HUD, X to save it. All right, Beat it back out, it's going to reboot, and that'll reboot into Aurora, okay? Aurora is just like FSD, just a little different, a little bit better of a database structure and so on and so forth, and also it is maintained, better than FSD because, I mean, this is Swizzy's baby right here, okay? So anyway, as you can see, it's a little different layout, okay? You hit the back button, you have your file manager here, you'll have your scripts, restart, reboot, shut down, all right? And then if you hit the start button, this is going to bring you to the business end of this thing. You have your assets, profile, content, modules, language, security, and about, all right? And we'll back out of here. All right, right now we're in the Xbox 360 folder. These are your Xbox 360 games, as you can see. All right, now we're going to hit RB. Going to bring up the context menu here. All right, and we'll move over to Xbox Live Arcade. We'll hit that, and that'll bring up the Xbox Live Arcade. So on and so forth, okay? Pretty simple to operate, just like FSD, just a little bit more polished, but essentially the same thing, all right? Your indie games, and back to show all, which shows everything that's on the hard drive, okay? Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring this back to FSD. I'm going to put this back here, so that way then you can choose whatever you want to choose when you get this thing and set it up to your liking, all right? So, what we'll do is we'll go back to Dash Launch right here. All right, we'll go back to Paths. We'll hit Paths. All right, and then what we'll do is we're going to change this. So we're going to hit A. And then we're going to hit A, the double dot folder. All right, then we're going to go down to Freestyle. Then what we're going to do, we're going to go to Default.xex. We're going to select that. All right, then we're going to hit RB. Bring it down to HDD. X to save it. Beat it back out. Now it'll boot back up into FSD Dash. All right. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you a couple of the mods that we got on here. All right. All right. First thing that we'll start off with, we'll sign in. Okay. Now this is a local profile. It's not on live. Okay. I'm going to explain how to do that in a little bit. All right. But what we'll do is right now we'll sign in with one of the local profiles that we got on here. All right. There we are. Okay. Now we'll go to Xbox 360 games. Okay. And what we'll do is we'll start off with GTA 5, and we'll go ahead and do a little purging, okay? So we'll go to, let's see, Grand Theft Auto 5. There we go. We'll hit that. Start it up. All right. You'll see a text box come up. Now, this text box, you're not going to be able to set the menu combo. It's automatically set, because this is the newer Purge 4.0. So just hit that. Now, to open the menu, of course, it's going to be D-pad right, and then pressing on the right on your right thumbstick, and that, of course, is going to bring up the menu, and it's also going to close it. Okay? You're going to use the obvious buttons, of course, X and A, A to select, B to back out, all that kind of happy nonsense. I'm going to explain that to you, okay, as we go. But anyway, I'm going to start the game up. I'm going to show you some of the options of this menu here. That way, then you know what you're getting into. All right. And if you like it, you can purchase it or whatever, okay? So anyway, we're going to start off. Sorry, it takes a little bit, but that's the way it works, all right? Also, I'm going to explain to you how to get it online for the first time on your network and all that other happy nonsense, because that's going to be rather important, okay? So I'm telling you, please pay attention to this video. There's some things in here that I'm showing you that you really got to know what you're doing, okay, in order to have a nice experience instead of like, oh my God, I'm ripping my hair out. Okay, because I don't want that to happen, okay? Hey, Mike, how are you? Hey, Mike, I got your package, by the way, okay? Oh, hell, Tyler. You got yours, huh? Oh, boy. Okay, so anyway, all right, now look. Okay, so we're going to go on in here. We'll go out here. All right, now, just to show you, as you can see, there's Purge 4.0. All right, you got your quick start options. Hit A. We can turn God mode on, vehicle God mode, never wanted, Give yourself all weapons, let's see, infinite ammo, super punch, super run, super jump, super swim, no ragdoll, phone D&D, all that crap, okay? There's a bunch of options on here that have been ported from 3.9 to this, and also, of course, a slew of options that have been just made. Okay, you got slow-mo, clean ped, invisible vehicle. All right, we're back out of there. Then, of course, we have our famous drone mode, where we can go ahead and do like air superiority, and we could pretty much blow up anything you want, so on and so forth, and it works real good. So you can have slow missiles too, see? All kinds of good stuff, okay? So on and so forth, okay? And, teleport to target zone. See, there I am. I can blow myself up if I want, but I'm in God mode, so I'm okay, all right? So back out of here now, all right, and we'll give her that. Oh yeah, and there's also creator mode, okay, where you can do a vehicle spawner and you can spawn vehicles wherever you want or whatever. Let's see here, super. Yeah, there you go. See, you put an adder and spawn it right in front. Put another one, and so on and so forth. Okay. all kinds of good stuff right there. All right, and works pretty good. We'll turn creator mode off. Hey, yeah, and then we do blow stuff up again. Blow up the cars. Of course, that's in God mode, so you can't really blow up those cars because they're in God mode, okay? But anyway, as you can see, it works pretty good, okay? Now, let's go and we'll turn off drone mode right there, okay? All right? So on and so forth. Oh, I'm in the bushes. There I am. Okay, good. So anyway, yeah. And then, of course, you've got, let's see here, character options where you can change the genealogy of them, model changer, restore original, component prop editor, all this crap. Animations, there's like countless animations on the ambient fluid, the scenarios, the whole 9 yards, okay? We're back out of there. You got your pet options, you got your pet spawner where you can spawn all kinds of pets or whatever, they're all listed out here, So you can spawn strippers, whatever you want to do, so on and so forth, okay? And then, of course, you got your vehicle options, okay? You got Los Santos Customs vehicle spawner, okay? And then, of course, you got your weapons options, all right? There's a bunch of them on here. Gravity gun works real good. You grab hold of, you can grab hold of whatever you want right here, see? And then you can throw her up in the air, do whatever you want, so on and so forth. Yeah, just mess her around right here. See, and bring her back, and, do all kinds of crazy stuff to her, see? And then, beat her up against the cliffs or whatever, and then bring her back, see what I'm saying? And then you can just throw her up in the air and let her go, and pretty much, yeah, so on and so forth, okay? So that works really good, and then, of course, you got the stripper flanger. Yeah, that one was built for me, okay? Because then you can just, yeah, all kinds of good stuff, see? You can throw strippers all over the place. It's fun. Okay, trust me. Works great. Okay? Force field, fire ammo, explosive ammo, all that crap, alright? Then of course you got your misc options, space, gravity, bumper cars, all kinds of crazy stuff. Set mental state to psycho. I'm already a psycho, so it's all cool. I don't have to mess with that. Alright, then of course you got your protections. And then your menu options. Yeah, your menu options, you can actually move this around, okay, widen it, shorten it, make it tall, make it big, whatever you want to do. So that way you're not stuck to one area with the damn thing, okay? So you can make it as small as you want or whatever, that way it doesn't take up the whole screen or anything like that. Works really good, okay? And then, of course, you got creator mode, raycast debugging, enable creator mode, so on, draw debug lines, all kinds of crazy stuff in there, all right? My stash stuff, yeah, you could stash component variations, paints, teleports, current locations, whatever you want to do. And then, of course, you got beta options that's in there, and then, of course, enable FPS, so on and so forth, okay? So, pretty much, there it is. It is a crazy menu. You're going to enjoy it, okay? It's a blast, all right? So, anyway, all right? There's that, just to show you that right there, okay? Yeah. Hey, Chris, how you doing, man? Good to see you. All right, now, we'll bring this back, all right? And now what we're going to do here, all right, I'll show you let's show you another mod here. Alright, let's see. With Xbox 360 games, okay? And, let's see here now. Yeah, people are into the NCAA football, so this one, it's already been, it's modified. It starts up differently from NCAA 14 now, because, it's been modified, okay? As you can see, it starts up, play time, you got latest rosters on there. You can download more rosters. You can, download more stuff. It's all crazy and everything, all right? They updated all the helmets, all the jerseys, all kinds of crazy stuff. Okay, they went nuts on this damn thing. I was so shocked by the size of the files to copy them all. I was like, oh my God, this thing's huge. So, obviously, they put a lot of work into this thing, all right? But, pretty much you got everything in it, and it works just fine. No problem playing it or anything like that. I've played with it a couple things, and it works great, everything all works. No problems right here. Your Dynasty, Legacy, all that kind of good stuff, all right? So that's all there. All right, we'll bring this back now. All right, now, I'm going to go over our offhosts with you, all right? What I'm going to use is BO2 to demonstrate it, because it's got two menus in it, which are our GSC menus. There's Jiggy and there's Sentinel. They've been around for a long time, my God. All right. The offhost covers MW3 Ghosts, MW2, and BO2. All right. The offhost works the same way for all of them. So I'm just going to use BO2 to demonstrate it, because then I'm going to also show you Jiggy. I'll also show you Sentinel, okay? So we'll go over the Xbox 360 games right here. All right, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab hold of BO2 here for you. All right, there we go. There's BO2. All right, we're going to hit it. We'll hit it again. Okay. Now we'll start the damn thing up. Okay. There's no special way to start it. Okay, the server handles it, so you ain't got to go into default multiplayer and also the crap and go to these folders and everything else. You don't have to do that. All right. All right. Once we get the Dolby logo off of the damn thing, all right, I'll be able to show you what's going on. Okay. So here we go. All right, it started. Yeah, we know. Okay, good. Now, all right. We'll start this up here. All right, we're gonna go right into multiplayer. Okay. And then what you're going to see here, okay, here we go, multiplayer, hit it, okay, and now what's going to happen is this thing's going to go ahead and you're going to see that's going to bypass BO2, okay, you can see that the cheats are loaded and everything else. We're going to go to a local game, all right, then what I'm going to do is I'm going to set the bots here, all right, we're going to use 9, okay, take care of that, all right, and we're going to start the match. Now, Jiggy, hold in left trigger, push down the right thumbstick, that will bring the menu up, okay, you're going to use A to select, X to back out, all right. And then, for the offhost, you're going to use D-pad left to open it, X to select, B to back out, D-pad left to close it, all right? We'll start the match up now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to load up Jiggy first, okay, put myself in God mode and enable some other things that Jiggy has, of course. You got to play with Jiggy with force host on, okay, in order to get into a session with the menu, okay? And, I mean, like I said, you can use the off host or whatever, it doesn't really matter, okay? So there it is, okay? We'll go ahead and main mods, we'll do quick mods on it, and then we'll back out of there, all right? We'll go down to bullets here, okay? We'll add swarms, we'll add grenades, we'll add dogs to them, okay? We'll back out of there, we'll back out of there. Now we'll open up the off host, which is on the server, actually. So D-pad left to open it, X to select, we're going to enable all this crap right here, okay? Then we'll go to aimbot menu, we'll do that, we'll do on screen, enable that, okay, ESP, enable that, we'll put pyramids around them, this, and we'll do snap lines. When the snap lines turn blue, let them have it, close the menu out, and pretty much, yeah, all kinds of crazy stuff goes on here right now. We'll get a bird's eye view, we'll hang out above the battlefield here, and just watch the carnage unfold, okay, and pretty much blow the shit up out of everything. Now, if you want to become a real dick, okay, open up Jiggy, go down to aimbot, go to unfair aimbot, and pretty much you can blow right through buildings and everything, and everybody dies, and hooray for me, and I win, and everybody gets pissed off in the lobby, alright, because you just, like, destroyed the entire lobby, okay? Anyway, it works, as you can see, okay? Now, as soon as this is over, oh yeah, that was good. Ah, yes. No reason to go around buildings when you go right through them. Ain't no big deal. It's an 88 Magnum. It shoots through schools, okay? So anyway, all right. So there you go. All right. Now, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll back out of here. Yes. And then what we'll do is we'll back out of here, and we're going to go straight into zombies, okay? Now, zombies, this is Sentinel menu. It's a little different than Jiggy, but it opens the same way. You're going to hold in left trigger, push down the right thumbstick. That'll open it. Okay, you're going to use X to select. Okay, and then to back out of the sub-menu, you hold the left trigger, push down the right thumbstick, and to back out of the menu completely, hold the left trigger, push down the right thumbstick, okay? Don't ask me, I didn't write it, okay? I have no idea, alright? Anyway, we'll do a local game, alright? And here comes the COVID-19 infected Earth that we all know and love, okay? Everybody's turning into zombies, okay? We need to stop them, alright? So we're going to transit, good. Okay, original, good, and then we're going to start the match, okay? You're going to see the instructions pop up over here, alright? I'll open the menu, and I'm just going to demonstrate a couple little things on it, alright? So that way then you can see it works and everything works fine with it, alright? Anyway, here we go. We're going to do the green one because we're turning green because we have COVID-19, okay? So, here we go. Now, alright, so here's our menu right there. X to select, God mode, infinite ammo. Let's see here. Unlimited sprint, double speed, no clip. And then we'll toggle aimbot, okay? And then we'll back out of here. Whoop. Okay? And we'll go to the weapons menu. We'll select, let's see here. We'll go on over and we'll get one of my favorites, which is a fully automatic RPG. Okay? Works real good.
I cannot endorse its use.
Yeah, guess what, pal? You're in God mode, so pretty much just do what you want. You see everybody dies. It all works real good, I promise you, okay? Hell, you don't even have to basically aim it. All right, you know, I mean, all right. So you know, I mean, there you go. All right, and there's all kinds of stuff. You know, it's like you spawn a bunch of them, and you blow the face off. You can spawn some more, and then you can kill them also. See? And they all die. Okay, you know, I mean, so on and so forth. It all works pretty good. All right. And there's all kinds of stuff here. Power-ups, rounds menu, teleport menu, map mods, the whole 9 yards. You can teleport all over the place if you want. You know, spawn, tunnel, diner, diner roof, farm, power, town, nav table, nap, cabin in the woods, so on and so forth, pack-a-punch, all that kind of good stuff, okay? So anyway, you know, I mean, as you can see, it all works pretty good, okay? So, you know, I mean, there you go. All right, so now I'm going to back out of here, all right? And we're done there. Okay, now, all right. I'm going to show you how to get this thing online for the first time, okay? Now, I know I go through this every time I do one of these videos, but you know what? You're a customer, and I'm going to go through this with you because I want you to know how to use it, okay? I don't want to have to say, oh, well, just go to this video, or go to this video, or whatever. No, I want you to have your own, okay? So anyway, all right. When you first get this thing, brother, all right, you got to do, this is the way that you got to put it online for the first time, okay? This is very important, all right, because if you don't do it this certain way, you're going to wind up ripping your hair out for a while, and, you know, you're just going to be like, what the hell? Okay, so I don't want to see you go through that, all right? So anyway, when you first get the crazy thing, all right, look, this is what you're going to do, all right? You're going to plug in the power supply. Oh, boy. Oh, yeah. Brand new hard drive, but a brand new shell. These shells are horrible sometimes to get out of here. Oh, God, wait a minute. Hold on here. Wait a minute. Let me do something here. Hang on here. I'm sorry about that. But, like I said, they're brand new shells, and sometimes with the way that these things are made, they become a real pain in the butt, okay? Pull a hard drive, okay? It's kind of like giving birth, okay, with no lubrication, all right? So you pull a hard drive out. Like I said, it's a brand new shell. These shells, they come in packs. I get them, they're empty, you know, I mean, so on and so forth, you know, I mean, so they're not exactly Microsoft specs, but at least it's a full shell, okay? Because you don't want the hard drive bouncing around in there, okay? You know, not a good thing. Anyway, pull a hard drive on the dang thing, okay? Then, what you're going to do is, once you do that, I want you to power the console on. What's going to happen is, all right, is this thing is going to boot up, but you're going to go to the stock dashboard. You're not going to go, per se, to the modified dashboard or anything like that, because all that stuff is on here, okay? So, you know, you're not going to go there. You're going to come here, and then you're going to come to the regular screen here, okay? Now, once we get to the dashboard, this is, you can follow my lead here, okay? What you're going to do, you're going to go up, you're going to go over, you're going to go to settings, you're going to go to system, go to network settings, okay? Now, you'll see my Wi-Fi is selected. Now, it's going to be kind of impossible, being that you're from Australia, to get to my Wi-Fi network. And no, you're not going to get on it anyway, because I wouldn't let you. Alright, so, okay, it's your own network, damn it. Alright, now look. Your network's going to pop up over here somewhere, okay? And when it does, what I want you to do is I want you to click on it and then put your password in, okay? Once you do that, you initialize a test, okay? It's going to look like this. You're going to get a check mark and 2 red X's on this thing, okay? That's what should happen anyway, okay? So there you go. All right, now, I'm going to explain to you this. This is very important that you get this. If you don't get that check mark and you get a red X, well, you're having a problem with your router. It's not letting the Xbox online, okay? That could be a myriad of things that's on your end, okay? So you got to find out why your router's not letting the Xbox online, all right? That's number one, all right? So, regardless what these two say or whatever, as long as there's a check mark here, okay, once you do this, you're good, all right? Life is grand, all right? If you don't have that check mark, you must have some weird freaking thing that you got where you have to, like, whitelist the MAC address of the unit or something like that to get it online or whatever. Okay, so you're going to have to go on your router and set up your settings right, okay? I'm using WP2SK, which is standard, you know, Wi-Fi security. All right, so, you know, that's what I use. So, no matter what, as long as your router's using that, you're going to get this right here, okay? So you're going to check mark 2 red X's, okay? Life is grand, all right? Power the console off. Now, what you're going to do, you're going to take the hard drive, and you're going to forcefully slam it back in there, and you're going to feel it click, okay, all right? And then what you're going to do is you're going to close the drive door, okay? You can't get any more real than that, all right? Now, Once that's done, I want you to pull the power on the Xbox, okay? It's very important that you do that, and you leave it out for about 5 minutes. If you don't do this, you're going to wind up with DNS errors. It's not going to connect to live. You're going to be going, well, it's connecting to the server, but it's not connecting to live. What's going on? Well, that's because the TCP buffers got screwed, okay? So what we have to do is we have to start it off with a fresh, clean slate. And the only way to do that is pull the power supply on this damn thing, all right? And let this thing die, completely die. It takes 5 minutes, okay? After that 5 minutes is up, then you plug it back in. The only reason why I'm plugging it back in right now is because it's already on my network. The TCP should be right. So it should boot up and I shouldn't have a problem. Although I had it happen before where it screwed my DNS and I had to wait for 5 minutes, okay? So, you know, it's a Microsoft product. What do you want, okay? Hit or miss, it's a big, gigantic guess, okay? So, whether it's an RGH or not, it's still Microsoft, okay? Look at Windows 10. I don't have to say anything else, do I? Really? Seriously? All right, so anyway, okay. Once that's done and everything, okay, then what I want you to do is I want you to power the console on normally, just with the power button, okay? Now, once the console boots, okay, it's going to, of course, boot to the logo, all right? Now, go ahead and here, let me sync up this controller, all right? Console booted, okay? And now you're going to see the Xbox logo come up, all right? Now, you're going to see this green stuff moving around. Once that stops, that means that it locked the server, okay, in which it just did. Now you're going to hear the fan speed kick up. FSD is going to load. Then you see plugins coming across the screen and life is grand, all right? So there you are. This is what you should have when you do this, okay? It should be exactly the same thing that you're seeing here. You should see on your end, okay? So anyway, there you go. All right, we got our plugin, we got our notification and everything else, okay? We're online, everything loaded, okay? Life is grand, all right? Now, what we're going to do here, okay, is we're going to go on over, okay? I want to go to the homebrew section right here, okay? And we're going to make sure that we got a connection with Xbox Live. Now, how to do that? Just go to the Xbox 360 dashboard, hit the A button, hit it again. All right, you'll see the square pop up with your name. There you go. That means she's hot and she's good to go, okay? Which means now we can move on, and what we can do is we can download our profile, okay? Now, I'm going to tell you this right now, okay? Just like I tell everybody in each video I do. If you have a retail profile and you have the balls enough and you don't care, you can download it to this modified bootloader. But I'm going to tell you this right now. If you do that, there is a chance that the profile can get banned. Anything can happen. I don't care who's running the server, who built it. I don't give a rat's ass, because you can't control the data center. And in the middle of a challenge response, if the data center screws up or something like that, all right, the server goes down and you're left out there in limbo land, okay, during a challenge response, well, guess what's going to happen? Not only is it going to ban your KV, it just might take out your profile too. Okay, now mind you, I haven't lost a profile on my server in a long time, but if I don't tell you the pitfalls of this, then that's on me, okay, and I'm not about to do that. So, what I would suggest that you do is this. It's very simple. Go to xboxlive.com/live, okay, and use Outlook for the email credentials and make yourself a modest profile, okay? Don't use your retail, okay? Now, you can modify your retail profile from a distance and be pretty much safe, okay? You know, I mean, but, you know, I frown upon downloading a retail profile to a modified Xbox, all right? So, just a word of warning, okay? So anyway, needless to say, what we do is you're going to go to download your profile then, okay? Make your profile, go ahead and download it then, all right? Once you make it, all right, what's going to happen is when you go ahead and you download it, it's going to look something like this. It's going to spin the ball around or whatever. It's going to give you a spinning circle of death. It's going to log in. Profile's going to wave at you, and guess what? Here you go. All right? Life is grand. All right? Now, in the event that you're sitting there at the download screen and it's taking forever for it to download, or, you know, you're sitting there after 15 minutes, if it didn't download the profile, it's not going to. Because what happened was the profile got corrupted during the download process. All right, now that happens. Okay, it does happen. All right, and in the event if it does happen, I'm going to tell you how to fix it. Okay, during the download screen, if you see it and you're waiting here for 15 minutes, hit the B button to back out of there, and then come here. All right. What I want you to do is this: I want you to go up, I want you to go over, I want you to go to settings, go to system, and then what I want you to do, I want you to go to storage. And then you're going to click on storage, you're going to grab hold of the hard drive, and what you're going to do is you're going to go down to profiles, okay? Now, under profiles, all right, that profile that you made, that you tried to download, is going to be underneath this one right here, okay? So all you're going to do is you're going to D-pad down to it, you're going to hit it with A, and then you're going to highlight delete, and then you're going to hit A and delete it right off the hard drive. Just get rid of it because it's no good anyway, all right? Then back out of here, back out of here, back out of here. Leave the hard drive highlighted, hit Y. Okay, clear the system cache. You're going to do it twice because Microsoft likes you to repeat doing things over and over. Like their virus protection. Even though you know that there's not a virus on your computer, okay, yet it says that this is a virus and you have to remediate it. So, and then you put it in the filter list and guess what? Okay, a day later when it reboots, guess what happens, okay? Oh no, it's a virus again, okay? You know what I mean? So, you know, what am I going to tell you? Microsoft likes to do that to people. All right, so we're going to hit Y once again. We're going to clear the system cache again, okay? Yes, lovely, Windows 10. Okay, so give me Windows 7. All right, so anyway, there, once we clear the system cache and everything, back out of here, back out of here. Go up, go over, social, sign in, sign out, okay? And then what's going to happen is, of course, is you're going to see, all right, and then what all you do is just go down to, just go to download profile, and re-download the profile. Once it's done, okay, hit the guide button, go to Xbox Home, and that's the end of that, and it'll take you back to FSD Dash. Now, before you go off and try to go playing and everything else, there's a couple other things I want to go over with you, okay, because it's very important, okay, and you really need to do this, okay? There's a program in here called XM360, all right? And the reason why it's there is because we have to sign DLC and XBLA, okay? So we're going to go to XM360, we're going to hit it, and we're going to start it, okay? Now it's going to take it a minute because what it's doing is cataloging everything that's on the hard drive. All your DLC and all your XBLA. It is very important that it does this, okay? Now, with your profile signed in, okay, all of this stuff has to be hashed to the console correctly in order for it to run. It's a security feature, okay? Now, you know, if it's not hashed to the console and not unlocked, well, you ain't going to be able to run it, even though it's sitting there on the hard drive. So, in the event that you, let's say you put a game on here or something like that, all right, and now you found this really cool downloadable content, like on Pirate Bay or like on a website or whatever, okay, and you download it, you put it into the content folder, in the 16.0 folder, under the right title ID and all that, and you did everything right, okay? And you go to play it, well, if you don't unlock it, you ain't going to be able to use it, okay? It's going to sit there and it's just not going to run. And you're going to be going like, why is this not happening? Well, it's because it's not hashed to the console, okay? So that's what this program does. So even when you get it here, okay, when you get it, you get your profile on here and everything, come here and unlock everything. Make sure everything's unlocked, just to be on the safe side, okay? When you're downloading new DLC or, you know, from a website or whatever, remember to come here and unlock it, okay? Now I'm going to show you how to unlock it. Right now we're in the XBLA. We're going to go over, we're going to go to unlock XBLA, we're going to hit that, okay? And what's going to happen is it's going to search and then it's going to unlock everything. Now you see the files were already unlocked, so nothing got unlocked, okay? So we're good. Then we're going to go to show DLC, we're going to click on that, and then what it's going to do is it's going to bring up all the DLC, okay? You're going to go over, go to unlock DLC, hit A, all right? And then what's going to happen is it's going to unlock downloadable content. If it finds any that's locked or unlocked or whatever, okay? See, it unlocked 20 DLC files. So there's 20 pieces of DLC files that you couldn't use until it's unlocked. You see what I'm saying? Okay? And that's what we do. All right? Now, once that happens, then we're going to go down to exit the dash. Now you can go ahead and act the fool and do whatever it is that you want to do with this crazy thing. All right? Now, I am going to show you this. To bring it back to FSD dash, okay? Your emulators and all that. You have main, you've got you got tons of emulators on there, okay? Which, you know, enable you to play all the old stand-up arcade games, you know, everything from like SNES, main plays a bunch, alright? There's over 7,000 ROMs in MAME alone, okay? You know, I mean, but just to give an example, okay, we'll use Game Boy Advance, we'll hit it, we'll start it up, okay? Hopefully it'll start, alright? There we go, okay? And there's Virtual Boy Advance, which is Game Boy Advance, actually, okay? We'll go to games. All right, there they are. All right, you can use your trigger, right trigger to go down page by page, left trigger to go up page by page, D-pad down, D-pad up, A to play, B for the main menu. All right, it's that simple, all right? When you're done, exit Virtual Boy Advance and you're good, all right? Now, classic games are a horse of another color. You have to run the system in bypass mode in order to play classic Xbox games on this thing, alright? If you try to play it with the server on, with the normal powered up mode, okay, what will happen is this, alright? You'll go over to Xbox Classic games, alright? You think you're going to play your classic game, and the end result is absolutely nothing because it's sitting there with a black screen, alright? Doesn't like my server don't like it, okay? What can I tell you? It's a PPC machine, okay? So, when you try to opt in, when you try to, like, claim the same space in memory, it doesn't like that, alright? I don't think any computer really likes that too much. So, you know, there is a way to run these things. Okay, I'm going to show you how to do this, alright? Look, it's very simple, okay? It's called bypass mode. Power off the Xbox, okay? And then what you're going to do, you're going to hit power, you're going to hit eject, you're going to leave the tray hanging out until the system reaches FSD dash or whatever dashboard it is that you used, okay? So as you can see, system booted, okay? We're leaving the tray hanging out until we get to FSD dash. You will see no plugins come across the screen, no nothing. Alright, we're disabling them. Alright, the only plugin that is enabled is XBDM, which allows you to connect Xbox Neighborhood or FTP to the console to transfer files, KVs, whatever it is that you want to transfer on the damn thing, okay? So anyway, there we are, okay? Now we can push the tray in, okay? Now, we'll go ahead, we'll go to Xbox Classic games, alright? And now we can play a game. You'll see the logo pops up now, okay? It's going to pop up once again. And then what it's going to do, it's going to load the game, alright? Once it loads the game, then you're going to be able to play it. And there you go. Alright? And there is your original Xbox game playing on your Xbox 360. Okay? So, once you're done, hit the guide button, go to Xbox Home, you're done. Okay? Then you can play another classic game or whatever. Now, in the event your friend texts you and says, hey man, where are you on GTA? We want some mods, we want some cash drops, we want some something, whatever, something. Okay, give it to me. Well, remember this, you cannot get online. You will have an IP, which is your local IP, but you will not be able to access Xbox Live, you will not be able to get out the internet, you won't be able to do a damn thing, because it's in bypass mode, okay? Nothing's loaded, alright? So, remember, when you go ahead and you're finished with your classic games or whatever, and you want to get online with your friends and play, well, power the console off and just power it on normally, okay? And then it will load the plugins and you'll be able to play, okay? So, listen, Andrew, again, thank you for your business. You could have bought from a lot of people, you bought from me. A friggin' maniac halfway across the frickin' world in Alabama, friggin' redneck land, hooray. Think about that, brother. Where's your mind, man? Yeah, I'm an Italian transplant from frickin' Jersey, okay, down here in Alabama. That's where you bought this from, okay? Whoa! Alright? I hope you enjoyed the glitter bomb when you open up the friggin' box, alright? Anyway, listen. Thanks again for your business, okay? I really do appreciate it. You guys, you know, you're awesome. And, listen, guys, thanks for hanging with me and watching. Also, I greatly do appreciate that. You guys are awesome. All right, thanks again for watching. All right, and I've got a whole bunch I have got to do. So, with that, I'm going to leave you. I hope that you all have a wonderful night. Be safe, be careful. If not, name it after me. All right, and you know, like I said, Andrew, we'll have this shipped out to you. Lorena, I think already processed the shipping information and everything else, so you should get a tracking number through the email on the website. Okay, the website's going to email you, alright? So anyway, thanks again. Guys, you'll have a good one. I'll holler at you later, okay? Take care. Have a great night, guys. Love you.